What do you think of my big D? You know, I've always said, if I ever make my own YouTube channel, I'm going to have a big bright D standing behind me. Mission accomplished. My name's Chris, and this is Project Unfinished. What? Hey, don't put your mouth on that. What the? Yeah. As I was saying, welcome to Project Unfinished. No. Dude, no. We worked too long on that, Lee. Don't put it away. No, you too. Put it away. Oh, that's just. I swear, working with him is like working with an idiot. I'm Chris, and this is Project Unfinished. What? Oh. Do you even know where that? Oh, you do know where that's been. That's even worse. So, as I was saying, I'm Chris, and this is Project. You're not. You did. Come here, you son of a. Alright, so yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? My little intro might have been just a tad bit over the top. Hopefully it worked. If not, I don't know what to say. What we have here is today's sponsor, the letter D. This is a interesting, I guess it's interesting. It's a little sign that I picked up from a what do they call it? The architectural recycling company that we have out here. I get interesting things from them from time to time, and I got a hair up my ass and decided that I wanted this letter D, and checked them out, and yeah, they actually had two different Ds, and I got this one. I liked the fact that I could replace the broken neons in it with something newer and something better. While I would love to have true working neon lights, I have settled on a neon rope. This one has, if I remember correctly, 108 dots, 108 LED lights per meter. So once it's lit up, it should be fairly close to resembling a true neon tube. You know, at least close enough. Now, I am still, as of this moment, debating on the idea of painting the letter. Part of me kind of likes the idea of, I mean, look at it, you got some faded red, some orange. I'm definitely gonna do some cleaning here, but part of me likes the idea of keeping it as it is, and part of me likes the idea of repainting it all. If I do paint it, the exterior is going to be this, I believe this satin, should be satin. Yep, satin orange. And the interior will be a flat white. And the reasoning behind doing that, especially the white, is to provide maximum, well, not maximum, but a decent amount of reflection of the light outward. Now, obviously, normally, this sign originally would have had a piece of plastic over it, a light diffuser. I am not going to be adding a diffuser over the top of it because I actually want to maintain, I just want to see the double lights. I'm going to, when I take the neon rope, I'm going to try and trace out the same basic path that this took. Double lines forming the letter D in here. So while we'll keep that, I still want the lights themselves on the inside to be able to reflect outward, to glow, and to have a good effect on the camera when it's picked up. And on top of that, I also plan to backlight. Little standoffs. I've never messed with the old neon sign before, so I'm actually kind of curious about it all. I'm sure that's fine. Ugh. Totally fine. Probably don't have a need for these, but for some reason, I kind of want to keep them. At least for the moment. Said every hoarder ever. Improper use of chisel number 45. I think I am happy with this. Time for a bath. Mistakes have been made. What could I possibly mean by mistakes? All the mistakes. Let's see if the camera can pick them up. John. There we go. Just a little bit. I think you can see it. See the scratches? All over the place. Looking like my cat Leroy got into it. In fact, that's actually partially true. Not his fault, but... Oh, actually, here, let me show you the back, because it's worse. I think that's too bright. Is that picking it up? Here we go. Yeah. Now, the back doesn't matter as much. As long as it's white, it's fine. Here. And I probably should have paid attention to this from the beginning. I thought this was steel, something along those lines. This is a magnet, fairly powerful magnet. Well, actually it's a bunch of little magnets, but yeah, this is aluminum. And everything started off fine. I had paint and primer and primer and then paint on. Then I found dust nubs. Then I found cat hair. And then I tried to fix the dust nubs and the cat hair. And I went down this whole rabbit hole of trying to fix fix a mistake I made while fixing a previous mistake. And it just kept compounding the issue. And so finally I decided, all right, start from scratch. And I stripped all the paint. And I used sandpaper and a steel wire brush. Eventually, especially because of the back, I noticed the problem and I started correcting it. And I actually thought that I had the base inside the channel here better than it currently is before I put the primer on. But at a certain point, I was like, this doesn't need to be perfect. It's not a car. I'm not trying to make a work of art. I just want a letter D lit up to hang on the wall. Due to the threaded lip on the threaded lip here on the inside, the head of the M4 would not fit in, and I really wanted to use these threaded insert nuts. I could be wrong, but I think that they'll hold up better, especially in this melamine wood. I think it'd hold up better than these screws. So the solution is I have to grind the head just enough to let it fit past the threaded lip on the standoff. Heck yeah, first try. Woo! And not enough of that's hidden either. Definitely gonna need a touch-up coat of paint. But I should have done all this before painting. Shoulda, coulda. So the next step, I've got the basic layout here. Trying to imitate what the original glass layout was, you know, as much as I can with the bendable noodle. It won't be perfect, but the easiest way is I'm just gonna have it right up against the inner and outside of the channel. But right here, the goal is to have the neon rope actually go through the second hole. So right here we have the power coming in. I'll have eventually do something with the controller and the power wires so they're not splayed out like that. But the power is going to come in from this hole, and then on this hole I'm going to have the neon rope go through and then line or backlight the backside. So I'm going to have to cut. There's actually a perfect spot right there, the black mark indicating a spot that can be cut. So I'll end up cutting right there, and then I'll have to solder on some new wires and then reconnect on the back. Not entirely sure the best way to cut this. I want to start by stripping away the outer covering. There we go. I actually managed to cut it right in the perfect spot. Who would have thunk? Still just making sure I've got the diffuser and various parts of the channel separated here. I want to stop us right here, just in case anyone ever follows along and like, oh, let me just copy what this idiot's doing. Do not copy what this idiot is doing. Technically, normally, yes, you're supposed to cut on the line. What cutting on the line does is that it bisects the copper pads on the other side. Sounds great, right? The problem is that if you're like me, your vision isn't so great, your soldering is even worse, and you're using I think this is an 8mm, the strip itself is 8mm, I believe. Whatever, the contacts are very small.
And I'm going to end up having a hard time with the soldering. I get close. Technically, I even do a functional job. You'll see all that coming up. But in the end, the wire I'm using isn't the appropriate size. And again, my soldering job is not it's not good. I don't like the way it looks. So I end up undoing most of what you're going to see, and do it all in a completely different way that leaves the instead of cutting the copper pads in half, I actually cut off to the side. And what ends up happening is that I think I lose like 4 LEDs or something like that in the process, which I'll explain later. You'll see. Just do not copy what you're about to see. It's a mistake. At this point, I've actually already gone through and cleaned up the soldering contact for the green wire a little bit, made sure that the strands weren't going anywhere else. I've powered up the tube, obviously, from the other side. Mostly just curious. This was me testing, like, if I did the wiring wrong on this end, then something's going to short out. Yeah, that's how I test things. It's either going to blow up or not. Nothing caught on fire. I saw that as a good sign, so I continued the mess. Ultimately, here I'm putting on some heat shrink strips to try and further divide that, and trying to add some protection, strengthening of the joints if possible. But still, it's kind of it's a lost cause at this point. I just haven't admitted it to myself yet. These solderless joints that I'm talking about, that you see the bag here, these are what I mentioned just a little while ago. The idea is great. Unfortunately, I got the sizing wrong. All right, I am going to try and solder this again. I was not happy with the end result. Part of the problem, along with the fact that I just not exactly good at soldering. Part of the problem was just the wiring I was using was slightly too large of a gauge. So I have new wires. Where am I? New wires, slightly thinner. Not slightly, actually, it's pretty good. Sorry, I don't have the sizes on me, but you can tell the difference there. On one hand, it might make it harder for me to see what the hell I'm doing. It does. It does make it harder. But I should be able to get a cleaner joint, hopefully. Right? Maybe. Eventually. The struggle is real. As I keep saying, in my defense, I'm not good at soldering. At this point, it's been maybe 5 or 6 years since I've even touched a soldering iron, and I have never done contacts like this small. That's my excuse. The exact problem that I'm having here, I still don't know. What we're about to see is where I finally give up on trying to fix the current mistakes and undo all of it. I'm about to sacrifice a series of LEDs and go in and make a new cut in a way, and I have to do this on both sides of the cut. But what I'm doing here is that I am going to make the cut instead of directly bisecting the copper pads. I'm going to make the cut to the right of the copper pad. So I have a full copper pad instead of these tiny little half pieces. But because of doing it this way, you have to do it on both sides of the cut. So you end up losing some perfectly good LEDs, at least in my case, because of the way that the grouping works. The more expensive LEDs, you actually have, you may have the ability to bisect every single, bisect, cut every single LED. This particular one, I think there's one, two, three, four. Yeah, there's about 6 LEDs in between each particular cut. So I think I end up losing a total of like 12 lights, 12 dots. Not a big deal because in the end, this is what ends up working. This wasn't my idea. This is something that I'd seen from another YouTuber that does LED stuff all the time. Unfortunately, I saw their particular video a wee bit too late. But here we are.
Man, if this was a sobriety test, I'd be failing hard. But I think that's a decent little clob. It's very globby. Could probably be a little larger. Oop. Stay in your lane. Let's make this first one a little better. All right. Yeah, those actually look decent. All right, my going idea, these little plastic clips are what came with the rope.
Decent by
Now to hold them,
standard.
they have these little screws that, see if the camera can pick it up here. You see the two little holes? They have these tiny little screws. I don't even know how that would work on drywall. It's definitely not going to work on this. I'm going to give this double-sided tape a try. I've used
struggling to hold the LED
for something else
down,
before, and it held up
the wires
really well.
struggling. Just
The unknown is going to be
this is
how well it holds up to the heat of the LEDs.
Back to more heat shrink tubing to try and hide my mess. It works. Again, you know, functionally, the soldering joints work. They just don't look very good, and I definitely overheated the wires. Do I care? As long as it works and it doesn't burn down, no, I don't really care. I care a little bit. I wish it was better. I do better on the soldering joints for the backside, but it is what it is.
All right, I shouldn't do this, but I want to see what it looks like.
So while I'm editing my editing all the videos, I've realized that I did not have any footage of the back of the sign or any explanation about it. So just real quick, this is the main controller. It's actually wireless. There's a app that I had to put on my Android. Gives me ability to change the settings, the lights, the timing, you know, all the different effects and everything like that. I believe it's also supposed to be sound sensitive, but I keep this on the same color all the time. I did go with just a clear silicone to keep the LED rope attached. I had to tape everything down while the silicone dried, but it's worked really well. Added a little dab of silicone to the back of the controller as well, and a little bit of silicone over the connections. I believe this has been up for about 2 to 3 weeks now, and it's been working great. Turn off the lights here. The neon is actually more orange than what the camera really picks up. But yeah, I like it.
I can taste that finish line, it's whiskey sweet. but the goalposts move once my tires hit the street. Project unfinished, looks good in the dark. Half-built monster, but it bites when it barks. Spend that money I don't got, let it smoke, let it flash. If it's not done, it's not dead, still intact. Project unfinished, I wear it like armor, flex in the daylight, confess after hours. Chasing that near complete like a hit, like a crash. If it's not done, it's not dead, still intact. Sometimes it's time, overtime stole the wheat. Sometimes it's funds and the bank says no, not me. Sometimes I quit, let the dream rot in place. Then I hear that cam lope and I'm back in the race, sell it half finished. Swear it just needs a tune. Find a new shell, new plan, same doom. Add one more thing, then another, then three. Perfection's a trap and it looks like horsepower to me. I'm tired, I'm wide, I'm laughing at the mess. Keys in my hand like a promise I can't confess. Start again, start again. Project unfinished, still out in the dark. Half-built monster, but it bites when it barks. Spend that money I don't got, let it smoke, let it flash. If it's not done, it's not dead, still intact. Project unfinished, I wear it like armor, flex in the daylight, confess after hours. Chasing that near complete like a hit, like a crash. If it's not done, it's not dead, still in